don't... I mean, I don't think our deck is great, but, like, I think we have, like, a reasonable chance if we have, like, a real... Oh my god, look at this! No lander? Come on! Come on with this garbage. I came here to play Magic, not watch my opponent solitaire with their stupid flyers hand. At least they're mulliganing, too. Didn't we keep this hand once already tonight? God almighty. It's like some of the most expensive cards in our deck and, like, the wrong color land. Keep. I think we're going first, too, just to add insult to injury. Definitely keep land with this garbage hand. Hope that the Anticipate finds a swamp. This one. Tornado. Okay. Fire it off. Do the thing. Aw. It'd be funny if my opponent had the courage to just do that, knowing that my deck, like, doesn't play haste creatures. Wouldn't be right, but I'd enjoy it. Oh my lord, why? Ugh. Ugh. We take the land and are just super unhappy about it. Swamp? Or like Sky Scanner or something? Okay. Our hand does nothing. Pass turn. We're not close to doing anything ever. Okay, that could be good for us. They don't have white. But they still have a bunch of Sky March Bloodletters. I mean, this game we at least have a large brown creature, and we haven't known them to have an answer to large brown creature. It's just like we've drawn nothing to do before turn 5. Anticipate barely counts. We'll go 15 by the end of our turn. Hopefully they don't play something too good, but they're gonna have the other Bloodletter, because today is just stupid. Alright, that's, great. Wow, all these lands! Look at all these lands. You guys proud of me for drawing all these lands? Oh boy. I mean, this whole life drain nonsense is annoying, but, like, soon enough our large creatures will, like, outclass their stuff if they don't keep drawing well, which they've just drawn planes and could have virtually anything. So, optimism is rapidly declining. This has felt like a fairly dumb match so far. Like, I don't know, maybe our opponent's deck is just only, like, life drain effects. Oh, I've already cobbled together a garbage blue-black deck. Are you kidding me, Cat? I did it before the stream. It looks awful. We'll probably play some games with it. Unless this suddenly takes a dramatic turn for the better, which it... I don't know. They're tanking real hard on turn 4. That could be good or it could be bad. It could either mean they have a lot of interesting, useful plays, or it could mean, like, they have nothing but feel bad about it. Looks like they're going to play a 2-drop, a Drain Us for 1 with the vampires? Okay. I would absolutely love, to draw some non-lands. Would be great. I don't know, maybe I should have taken the cancel, but my hand had, like, no playable things in it. Just really felt like the thing to do was, make sure I could play my Frilled Sea Serpent and whatever. Yes, it does, Cat. Yes, it does. Psychic Corrosion and Patient Rebuilding. Well, I haven't crafted any yet. They're only the ones I have on hand. Which is part of the reason why it's a garbage deck. So, like, no more lands. You got that? None more. Well, that's interesting. I don't think it used to actually show you things you had scried to the bottom. That's really awful. They do, in fact, have answers to large creatures. So 53. Alright, well, it's something. Discard a card, please! I mean, I don't think this is remotely close to enough pressure to kill them before they kill us with double neonate. Like, they basically don't have to play cards to win this game anymore. And they discarded... Oh god, we're so... If they discarded Inspired Charge, we're very dead. It'd be hard for me to express to you sufficiently how dead we are. Thanks, I guess. I mean, I'm glad I got a Nicol Bolas. Oh yeah, we're so dead, you guys. It would be very difficult for me to... Like, we're quite dead. Oh, that helps a lot, actually. So the problem is that we have to kill that Epicure of Blood, because it's, like, super lethal for us. So we, like, flip Nicol Bolas, put it to 4, kill their guy. Yeah. Yeah. Another glitch on Arena. This time it involved multiple True Heart duelists blocking multiple creatures. How did that even come up, Motorist? Let's activate the ability. Transform, come back. Oh, hi, Nicol Bolas. Please deal 10 damage to this one.
Is incredible. You respect.
So... I mean, depending on what they have, we might still be in this, but I think we're just dead. Yeah, what is the glitch? You sort of described the scenario on it. Like, are the True Heart duelists just, like, now covering the screen like when you win a game of solitaire? Oh, that's like, I think that's good for us? That's probably good for us.
Interesting.
Because, like, I'm really concerned about my life total, so if they're not applying pressure to that, then, like, I'm in great shape. Okay. What's the last card in their hand that they discarded Inspired Charge, which put us, like, if not dead, like, really close to dead. Are our opponents just, like, panicking when we play Nicol Bolas and, like, discarding relevant cards? Because it kind of looks like it. Oh, I can tell you, and there you go. You're, already due for your sub again. God, it feels like that was just yesterday. Thank you for your continued support. You are now the first person to have over a year of subscription to the channel, which makes sense because you were the very first subscriber. So, let's start by drawing 2 cards, because it's the only ability we can activate.
My genius is unmatched.
Then we can swamp. Vampire Softening. Drain some life to pad out our own life total. Hit them for 1 for free, because Epicure of Blood. I think we hold the Macabre Waltz. I don't know if they're planning on just, like, going nuts attacking Nicol Bolas next turn or what. Pot of Greed. Oh yeah, Nicol Bolas' ability is literally, like, add 2 loyalty counters, Pot of Greed. It's quite good. Nicol Bolas the Arisen is very good, especially in Limited, which is what we are currently playing. My life has been drained! So we're, like, really close to being stabilized, I think. We're not there yet, but we're really close. Doesn't sound like I really like you by getting all the duelists. Block with 1 duelist on multiple creatures and the other on the same creatures and a 3rd creature. Blocking another priest on the 3rd creature. Oh, I see. So, like, 2, overlap, and then, like, a 2nd creature on one of those. creatures also had menace. Oh wow, that is really interesting board state. Was blocking. Wow, our opponent had nothing, huh? It's Pot of Greed, I guess. Wait, do they have a thing I want to take? Epicure of Blood. Pot of Greed! I draw 2 cards from my dueling deck to increase my dueling options.
I know what must be done.
Okay. Is it my graveyard? Nothing. Well, my hand will be really good when I have to use it, I suppose. For now, I'm going to play Frilled Sea Serpent and pass the turn. I mean, the thing is, Nicol Bolas is his own win condition, so I don't actually have to, like, attack, necessarily. And my life total's low enough with all those neonates that I'm not super keen on opening myself up for some shenanigans. But if I get up to 12 loyalty counters, then I can exile every card in his deck other than the bottom card. Ah, good call, Motorist. You should definitely report that. That sounds like something that could come up again, although it is a very specific case. Just cast Catcher's Name to buff the team and let the opponent figure it out. Yeah, that all seems very reasonable. Like, it's not as though either one of you seem to be playing towards, like, making a weird glitch happen. But I can sort of understand how the game struggled to figure that out with, like, multiple creatures blocking multiple creatures and then a menace creature. And, like, the game just having a headache. Draw 2 cards!
I always have an answer.
Which is this? This is like 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's possible I should be using the Nicol Bolas downtick on killing their neonates. Abnormal endurance. Don't mind if I do. Mostly trying to get rid of lands there, but I didn't have to, it turns out. Yeah, maybe I should kill one of them next turn. I guess it's also making it harder for me to kill them. I'm mostly thinking of it in terms of, like, dying, but it just seems really dumb to die to the neonates, is the thing. So I take, like, 3 more damage from them, and then I just don't think they can, like, ever get in. Do 10 damage to target vampire neonate. Yeah. I concede before reporting. Yeah. Yeah, I think probably. I'm gonna attack with my Sovereign, I guess? I think this is fine. I'm gonna dwindle their flyer, I think. I really just, like, want to put a clock on them? I'm really annoyed with this thing. Damage happens. Dwindle their things so they don't attack Nicol Bolas. Have endurance up for reasons. So I'm gonna go 5. Then they'll have the neonate train up again to put me to 4. I'll have them like pretty close to dead. Really probably should have killed one of the neonates a turn earlier. I really hope that doesn't get me. It'd be frustrating. But it's kind of loose on my part, so that happens. That's pretty annoying. That's actually really annoying. But if they play a discard, is it a second? No. No, their draw has been pretty good. Junior Motors, I can't decide if you are incredibly lucky, incredibly unlucky, or both. It's kind of an odd choice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the correct thing to do is to deal 10 damage to Epicure of Blood.
You shall taste real pain.
Then... just supposed to take their Epicure of Pain so they can't, like, do some shenanigan? I want to keep... so let's see. I spend 7. I have 9, 10, 11. So I can save 4. So I can make my Serpent unblockable and hit for 4 and 3 with the other thing. Let's do that, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one. Combat. Attack. This one. This one. So I feel like my opponent made good use of their cards. I'm not sure about the timing of tapping out to play everything in the same turn. I think they wanted to be continuing to put pressure on my life total. Nicol Bolas has done 30 damage this turn as just a Planeswalker. Granted, a lot of that was overkill, but that's still pretty funny in my book. Now, there's definitely a couple ways they could get us here, but it's actually pretty difficult with just one card. I mean, they can obviously spend 4 mana to deal 2 damage to us with the Vampire Neonates. But then they need to do, like, 3 damage to us, like, somehow that doesn't... that, like, makes it so we can't block it? And, like, I don't think these colors really do that in this format, so I think we have it. Not sure what this is. Alright, that I don't at all in any amount care about. Chump block for days, weeks, and months. Perhaps even a year. I'll be there for you to block all of your dudes. Really need to do this, but I think I can't go wrong as long as I don't die, so I'm just being, like, needlessly cautious. Because, like, they don't have any other, like, cards or anything. This maybe... oh, that's probably it. They're counting on the fact that they can, like, drain us twice and go up to 5, but I have abnormal endurance, so I can, like, finish them off with the serpent. Come on. Let's draw 2 cards.
My knowledge is endless.
His knowledge is endless. There's no way for you to stop Nicol Bolas' relentless advance. Oh, I see. They're even trying to be tricky and make me, like, not realize that they have it, but, like, that's whatever. Abnormal endurance? Get you? As long as you don't attack with anything on the ground, even that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna attack like this. You go to 5, then you take 6. You can block the flyer with your flyer if you want. You have no cards. You die. Your thing dies. Do you die? You die. Okay, great. Game 3.